Mtazamaji wa Mofu TV, karibu tena jioni hii ya leo kwenye makala special ya My Story. As they say, every crown has its own silver lining. Ndo makala ambao nakuletea jioni hii ya leo kutoka hapa SG Restaurant katika maeneo ya Two Rivers Mall, ambao is the biggest mall in East Africa. Piga research utaweza kupata. Today and this afternoon, of course, we're coming for the second time again. Makala haya ya My Story, of course, we are having a guest who's looking good, of course, and she's beautiful. We don't have to hide that, of course, and she's going to talk to us about her story as a person, of course, to where she is. As you can see the title, Miss Africa Nazarene. So she's going to tell us much about it, and of course, for every crown you see a person wearing, there is something they have to do to gain or to win that crown. She's going to talk to us about the same in her career, of course, and of course in what she does, because schools are there, they teach much, but tujapata shule hapa Kenya inafunza about the profession ambao labda unaweza kuwa unaona. So this evening, join us in the discussion, share the link, welcome your friend and tell them that we are here and we are going, because Mofu TV is your passport to adventure. I'm Vincent Okinda, and of course our guest tatuambia jina lake, kitu ambacho anafanya na mali ambapo amefikia kabla hatujaanza. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Vincent. Yes. My name is Michelle Njoroge, and I am the current Miss Africa Nazarene University. Africa Nazarene is a university there at Kajiado, Rongai. And I am a student pursuing environment and natural resource management. Also, I am a model, as you can see. And in my part time, I host podcast on environmental sustainability. Yeah.
All those you've said about, all those are titles, right? Because number one I've heard about Miss Africa Nazarene. Number two,
I am a environmentalist and a podcast host.
Podcast host.
Yeah.
And of course a student, right?
Yes, definitely.
These are 4 entities in one person. Just to start from there, how do you gain the energy to carry all these as young as you are? Because we believe like we have a lot of here and there as youth.
Yeah,
you understand?
Definitely.
You want to be in class, you want to browse, you want to do this. But as young as you are, how do you get the support? How do you get the energy? And where do you get the energy to hold these 4 in one?
Well, I would say it's ni God. Tuanze tu hapo ni God. Yeah. And secondly is priorities. First of all, as Miss Africa Nazarene University, I have to like perform in my studies. So I have to prioritize my studies as well, because the first thing that brought me to Africa Nazarene was my studies. So if my academics are not doing well, my position is on the line, and I cannot be representing the school with poor academics. So I have to like measure on my priorities first of all, look at what is on the line at the moment, and probably during my holidays or during the weekends, I do the podcasting and whatnot. Yeah.
You've heard it for yourself. Umesikia jinsi ambavyo ameweza kuzungumza kwamba ana hivyo vitu vote, or she holds all those in one capacity, of course. But what importantly I've heard about it is the priorities. What do you prioritize is what Michelle Njoroge has echoed loud to make sure that you are getting it right. So join me in the discussion this evening. Of course, we are going to talk about everything that she has mentioned. Of course, Miss Africa Nazarene, of course, and as an environmentalist, we are going to have the discussion this evening. Now, without going much into it, let us now start. Maybe people will want to know, like, Michelle Njoroge amezaliwa wapi? Was he just born and become the person we see? We're seeing today, of course, or of course the early life. Yeah.
Okay. So Michelle Njoroge is a young lady from the highlands of Kabete. I am born and raised in Kabete, and I have pursued a lot of career paths, or well, not maybe much, because I knew I would follow the path of being an environmentalist since I was like in high school. So I was born in Kabete, Lower Kabete, went to high school in Nakuru County, finished in Kiambu County, and well, past that, I didn't perform majorly as people would expect. I got a C plane in my KCSE, and from that, because of the passion I had in me, I went on and pursued my diploma in environment management. Then now I am currently pursuing my bachelor's in the same. Yeah.
Growing up, many of us we were brought up in the villages, where we had to choose serious careers. When I say serious careers, as they were perceived by then, your parent would feel good as you tell him or her that I want to be a teacher, I want to be a police officer, I want to be an engineer. But of course, there are other careers, of course, not underrated, but it's only that our parents back then in the village knew nothing about about them. But now, growing up as a kid, of course, you a young girl, let me say, you get to know, realize yourself, realize the dreams, relate with what your parents are telling you or what other nature dictates. But then you fell in love with the environment. When we say somebody is an environmentalist, what do we really mean?
Well, falling in love with the environment, I would say this was curated by my dad, and the fact that I have been a scout since I was young. So scouting is one thing that really emphasizes on us protecting Mother Earth. And my dad has always been one passionate environmentalist, though he didn't pursue that career choice. But yeah, he's one of the major influences in my life. And that is it. Being an environmentalist encompasses a lot, and more than meets the eye. For most people who are not in the field pursuing it professionally, they will think that environmentalists only plant trees and talk about climate change here and there, you get. But there's more. There's so much more. We focus on the air quality, noise pollution, sound pollution, marine diversity of species that most people do not know about. Some of us will go in wildlife parks and whatnot. We'll go conserve the nature there, look at the weather patterns in a certain condition, in a certain area, and dictate, are these trees that you're going to plant here conducive for this environment? Yeah, so there are very many things, and being an environmentalist is a very, very large scope, I would say. And you have to focus. You really have to look at where your passion lies, so that you can focus on what you really want to pursue now in the future. Would you be a researcher? Would you be a field worker? Would you be an advocate? Would you be an environmental lawyer? Such things. Yeah.
Is it the same career that maybe we can say it was inspired by then? People love the Nobel Peace Prize winner, that is Wangari Maathai, rest in peace, right? People loved her efforts to conserve the environment, planting trees, advocating for the government to have the equal share, because the environment is life. So is it the same docket?
Yeah, I would say much or less, more or less, it's the same. Yeah. But now we get to understand the depths, because now what the public sees is just the mere whatever, the cover of it all. Yeah.
Having gotten these inspiration, of course, and the closer you are to your dad, of course, who say he's your biggest inspiration. How has been the journey all through? Because when you grow up, unapata there are challenges. There are challenges towards what you want to do, and the aspect wambie mtu I'm an environmentalist and not a doctor and not a nurse.
Yes.
How have people been able to judge you with that?
Well, I will say I haven't experienced much. Okay, I have experienced much of that, but I would say my family is very supportive, especially my parents. My parents will let us go for everything we want, and they support us even if it's not whatever they want, but we truly want it. They will probably sit me down. They have sat me down probably once or twice, asked me, are you sure about whatever you're doing? And if then they are all in. If I want their support in anything, they are all in. What I would say, what I have faced is like my colleagues back at school. Most of them, or like my friends out there, feel like, let me say, at when I was beginning, it wasn't, there was so much, what is it called? Yeah, a lot of people don't feel like environmentalists do a lot of things. Walikuwa na Twitter kanjo, you get, nyinyi watu wa kufagia barabara.
Not bad. It's not right.
Yeah. So that is what's pushed me further, like wanting to tell people and wanting to spread the news out there that it's more than meets the eye. Like sisi tu hatuendi tu kufagia barabara. You get?
Kupanda miti.
Exactly. Yeah, that is what so much influenced me to starting my podcast, because I wanted people to learn being an environmentalist is not just doing the kupanda miti stuff and all not. Yeah, so I feel like being a passion, that has not, whatever people say has not derailed me or demotivated me, rather than it has motivated me further. Yeah.
On the other aspect, Pia, now the school life is there and you are done with it. I think it was easy because if you are a parent, who's there for you, it's easy to convince him, like, dad or mom, I want to do this and I want to become this. But then there's that feeling, of course, and now that is where like the modeling part enters. Yes, I'm committed to this career, but I have a million potential. You get it?
Yeah.
So how has it been now introducing the aspect of modeling to the same parents who inspired you and say, like, my daughter, you can do this? Bringing to him or her the idea of bringing to them now the idea of modeling is also equal task. How has it, when did it happen and how has it been?
Well, it has been not quite tough. Honestly, I will say that. Because even in my early life, I used to be passionate about it. It's something that I feel like I have been chasing things that I feel like I can do, passionate about.
Affordable.
Yeah, like it's passionate. It's a passion that I grew up with. Yeah. So convincing them probably would be like the late night outs, staying at night for a pageant to be complete and whatnot. So they came to understand. It's, I don't know. I just thank God because He blessed me with good parents and understanding parents. When I tell them I'll be out at this and this time, they just tell me when you're getting home, just let us know. So yeah, it wasn't as difficult.
Ile like uko wapi? Unataka pesa ngapi na kurudi nyumbani? You know, we've had people said, Michelle,
Yeah.
they'll tell you the hard situation they've gone through. You know, just telling, like the other day we've had a guest on set here. I won't mention her name, but she told us like just introducing to her dad the aspect of I can also do modeling. Yes, you've taken me to school to do this, but there's this accompaniment. It's not a walk in the park.
Yeah, I don't know. My parents were just calm about it. I think I'm the last born in my family. So
Okay, the first born from from end.
Yes. So I feel like I don't know, but I feel like for me it has not been that difficult convincing my parents about it. I feel like they have also believed in me because of whatever track records that I have kept or whatnot. And probably I think my growing up, I have been a leader growing up. So when people have trusted me in school and whatnot, I feel it makes my parents equally easier for them to trust me with the decisions I make. Yeah.
Now, as a young girl, by that moment, yes, now bringing the idea of modeling, and now you kickstart the career. How was it? Of course, picking up, like, how did you just pick up? Did you just pick up like I have the idea, I have the right people in place, so everything will go, or how about it picking up?
Wow. My career in modeling it was difficult kind of picking it up and establishing it, especially after high school. Now, because that is where it all like begins. Okay, not begins, but it all sprouts.
Yes.
After high school, now you have the decision whether do you continue with it, do you just let it go, was it just something to pass time
So it
with?
started at high school level.
Yeah. At high school, I used to like model for our, what is it called, journalism club during parades and whatnot. Yeah, I participated once in the cultural week and whatnot. Yeah, so getting out of high school, I applied severally for several auditions for like 2020, 2021, 2022. So in 2020, all that time, I just passed the auditions. Like I matched the qualities and whatnot to get to the physical audition level. But when it came to the physical auditions, I got cut out. So my journey used to end at the physical. I attend the physical auditions, that's it. So I was like, the next year I tried again, but still again I didn't qualify for after the physical auditions. So, but fortunately I met Pohaxvuvu, which was happening at around the same time. So for that, it was a whole year's journey. So from around June 2023 to December 2023. Yeah, so that was the whole journey, and the crowning was in 2023. So that is where I have grown as a model. I have learned the walks and the poses and whatnot. I have learned a lot of things. The industry, getting to know who is who in the industry, getting to work with other models in that industry. So Pohaxvuvu that trained me a lot, and what is it called? Exposed me, give me the exposure. Yeah.
There's always that challenge, like unajua kila siku bana, we dream big, we have good people in place to support us, but now that commitment ile like maybe kuna zile training, there's some audition somewhere, but you need maybe 3 months training, kila siku back and forth, unaenda ukirudi to and from, and of course until the D-Day. How has been that to you now? Like, you have the right people in place, they support you, they connect you to the world, but now wewe mwenyewe the feeling, kuna ile siku una feel like I trained yesterday. I trained yesterday and there's no need even to train today. Today I'm just exhausted, I just need to take my time aside. How do you feel? How do you go through such like this in the office?
I feel like for Pohaxvuvu, it was very competitive. Let me just say that, because when I was entering into Pohaxvuvu, I met models who are already established. These models have been working on brands. I've been seeing them. They are doing great things. But I think that being that it was very competitive in that case, I think I didn't have the feeling of I don't need to practice. I don't have to train. I think that is also what motivated me to train harder, and also, it motivated me to train harder actually, because I used to like have extra classes after whatever training period we had been assigned for us. I used to like dedicate more time because I didn't know the walks and the turns. So I had to like go do an extra mile for me to be probably at par, or to probably know whatever they have known over the years, over the time they have been modeling. But coming over, I feel like currently it's just a matter of you are not perfect. it's a matter of there's someone better than you, and for you to be competitive in the industry, you have to like constantly keep on training, constantly keep on practicing, rebranding yourself and whatnot. Yeah.
Mtazamaji wa Mufu TV, this evening, as I've told you, we're coming to you live from SJ Restaurant here at Two Rivers Mall. And of course, we are talking to Michelle Njoki Njoroge, who is Miss Africa Nazarene University, right? Yeah, that is it. And of course, we're having the discussion this evening. Of course, being a person, I've told you each and every crown you see a person wearing or putting on, of course, there is some good or bad side of it that it really called for them to be where they are. So ask us the question, of course, if you're a young model and you're watching this, tuulize swali yako bana, tutakuwa tunamuuliza moja kwa moja naye atakuwa na kujibu, manake sio rahisi. Sio rahisi. As young as we are, it's not easy for you to double up with any career. Yeah, many of us were just taken to school to go and become mathematics teacher, you know, become engineer in the same field that we ever imagined we could be. But doubling up and doing maybe more than one stuff, sio rahisi. As much as maybe wanasema like mwanadada ama ladies can multitask, it's not a walk in the park. And that is what we are here this evening to hear much from Michelle Njoki Njoroge, who's continuing to share us her side of a story, of course, just to inspire, to teach us something about what we can be. But for all, in the beginning, alisema priorities. So, right? So, uliza swali, and of course, I'd be getting my phone via my producer, and then takuwa nauliza swali moja kwake, ama swali lako kwake moja kwa moja. And now you have realized this, you have started walking the talk, of course, the dream, you are there, you are joining the campus, you know, but this, yani unaingia campus kwenda kufanya hii kitu ambao mzazi anajua kabisa hii ndio course ambao mtoto wangu ana register. But on the other side, yani on your left side, you are holding that modeling. Hii hatuachani kabisa, you know. They say like you go to campus, unasoma, lakini many people in town are business oriented. Anaendanga tu kusoma hiyo tu yenye mzazi ametaka, lakini akweni. So do you have an equal passion for them? Ile equal passion, like unasema like my passion 50% hapa kwa environmentalist. And then on the other side pia hapa kwa modeling, or one outscores.
Well, I wouldn't say they are very much equal, lakini hazijachana sana. Hazijachana sana. I would rate an environmentalist being higher than a model, but I find myself in modeling spaces a lot. So, hazijachana sana. Yeah.
They walk hand in hand.
Yeah.
But now let us go deep into the challenges. Zile challenge ambazo labda hata kama sio wewe, but you feel like young ladies, they struggle a lot. They go through wrong hands, thinking they're pursuing the right thing. At the end of the day, they lose it. Because at some point, nyuma camera, you were talking about maybe you also teach some. So what are these challenges, maybe just in a general state, that you think like young ladies who believed like they want to be crowned, they go through wrong hands?
Yeah, sure.
Wanafunzwa na watu ambao labda hawana the same intention to help them achieve whatever the things right.
Yeah, sure.
That you've seen in your career.
Well, I would say finding the right person, finding the right person or the right agency to train you. Yeah, that is one problem that faces a lot of us in the industry. Like you get, yes, utapata some of the agencies probably will charge high fees for them to train you, as in. So you find most models, ukianza, you get people are like, these are people fresh from high school probably, most of them, and unapata hawana like your capital ya kuanzisha. They don't have this. Kuna wale agencies wanalipisha a lot of fees, training fees for you, but then you get bado kuna wale pia legit agencies. Getting into these legit agencies is also like a problem sometimes to some, because people will ask you for a lot of money, and people watu town wanatengeneza pesa. So they will ask you for money to train you, and they will not deliver whatever they have done. They have promised they will. So you getting a good person or getting a good agency to guide you through the journey becomes very difficult. And there tunapata probably a model atapitia in very difficult hands, yani wacha niseme hivyo, hands that people that don't want the best out for them, watu wako tu hapa for their own interests that are not, you know. So that is one of the things. Unapata model amepitia from this agency to another, anitwaje, yeah, they take advantage of them. And then after it all, unapata model give up. This was a person probably alikuwa na big dreams, probably would have been the change, you get, in their society or wherever they would have been. But because of that, unapata their dreams are crushed.
Yes.
And they feel like, you know what, it's not that worth it. It's not worth it. My time, my money, you get. At the end of the day, even ndo inaisha. Yeah, so other challenges would be like probably in pageant events, finding the right designers, because designers wanaweza kuonyesha shege. Designers wanakufanyia ile kitu,
mtu anakuvalisha venye yeye mwenyewe anafikiria. I'm just trying to think big.
Yeah, ama unapata umepata na msee ameongea na yeye, probably ako somewhere far, so you're not able to like go hire the outfits personally. Ama you get, ushamlipa nguo, event ni ya leo jioni, haja deliver yo nguo, you get. Alafu unapata hachukui simu, ushalipa.
And it's the DD.
Exactly, it's the DD. So you have to like have like, if you don't have good friends and you're not a chap person, utakula inja vibaya sana. Because designers pia wanakufanyanga ile, wanaweza kufanyia ile kitu. So the thing is, find the right people wenye at least umeona watu wengine wamework na wao na wakadeliver. Yeah, pia kuna kuanga na ile issue ya finances, because utaenda probably competing, probably trainings ziko mbali. Like for me, for Pohaxvuvu, trainings zilikuwa Thika. I live in Kabete, so going to Thika every other Sunday for like most parts of the year, I was going from Kabete to Thika. Hiyo ni transport, unaget. Hampewi transport, wende unanishaftia transport ya kwenda trainings, kurudi. Bado kuna ile viatu, kutafuta viatu, the right type of shoe, you have to have the right type of shoe. Bado ni kazi, ni pesa, you get. So kupata outfits pia ni kazi, pesa, nywele, whatever. It demands a lot. And money aside, mental issues, lazima ukuwe na roho ngumu, because it can be draining if you go there and you're not mentally prepared. It can be draining. It can drain you a lot, because there is competition, there is outfits. You have to look good. You have to probably have the energy. You have to have the energy 24/7.
Yes.
When you are training, you have to. It's a lot. Yeah.
Hapo mali ambapo unasema like mental, we might come back there, but then something you've touched on about, and I feel like there's need to stress on it, is the finance stage.
Yeah.
Because to this extent, I feel like it is there, whether we like it or not.
Yeah,
it is
sure.
the aspect of finance that not only those people who dream of becoming social influencers, modeling as a career, but many dreams are lost about at that juncture of financial aspect.
Yeah.
So kwa hii modeling, because we're talking about modeling and how it can help, of course, how it can be, I'm thinking about this question. Will I be right to say like this lack of capital imepelekea many people foregoing this career? Because unapata like, for you to stay relevant in the game, you need a stable financial help. Na hii kitu inakujanga because you are a young lady, a young man, of course pia. Hauna kazi, labda mzazi anaweza tu kusupport na ile fee ambayo ya course ambayo unafanya.
Yeah, sure.
But now unapata like for you to thrive in this the wish of the heart, like I want to become a professional modeler, unapata ngani ngumu sana. Am I right to say like it is this at this stage we get the diversion of the attention, the dreams are lost. Labda unajipata hata young ladies have had a story of msichana ameenda kuoleka because I feel like akiwa huko kwa ndoa atasaidika sana.
Yeah.
She can become better because mtu atakuwa amesimamia because of financial aspect.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same?
Yeah, I feel it is there. It is something that's probably happening. And we cannot eliminate it. Yeah, so I feel, well, what wanna survive, the people who are surviving in the industry, ni wale wenye like wamejituma kabisa, you get. Yeah, so in the industry pia, most of you, okay, when people ukiingia kwa industry pia, it's advisable uko unajua ni nini una aim at, you get, so that at least hata kama kuna zile financial struggles, unajua at the end of the day there is this you're going to get. Yeah.
And then hapo hivyo kwa mental, there are those society claims, society believes, quote unquote, they believe like if a girl is just wearing good, looking good, being an influencer, of course there's a perception that I don't want to mention. Apata like wanasema like huyo labda kwa mfano wacha tuseme huyo labda anajiuza nini because the society has really struggled to embrace this.
Yeah, sure.
For you just to go before your society, now leave alone the parents and tell them like I am a professional influencer, you know. An influencer doesn't mean like literally una influence kitu ambacho labda hi-fi.
Yeah.
You can of course in your in your case, like as long as pia una deal environment, of course you can influence about the same.
Yeah, sure.
So do you think like the society is also still fighting? We're still living in a stone age period where it is hard for us to accept like this is a career.
Yeah, I feel we are evolving. Today's society is evolving in a good way about that, because I am finding a lot of people who would not necessarily take influencing as a career or as modeling as a career. Watu wanaingia kwa hii industry sana and ni juu wameona like the possibilities of it. So I still feel in as much as we are struggling, in as much as the society is struggling, I feel there's a bit of improvement. Yeah, there's a bit of improvement. Yeah.
Mtazamaji, sijui swali lako ni lipi bana. Kama kuna swali basi nielezee, nitakuwa nalipata moja kwa moja kupitia producer wangu bwana Sela Saboge akiwa na timu yake nyuma ya kamera mtazamaji. Lakini zungumza nasi bana this evening. As I told you, we're coming to you live from SG Restaurant hapa katika maeneo ya Two Rivers Mall ambao nimekuambia kwamba is the biggest mall in East Africa and the records have it for it. So we are talking to Michelle Njoki Njoroge ambao she has not faced whatever you might have faced, but she's speaking now as a person, as a professional who understands the industry to do with modeling, the challenges that are encountered in this industry, of course. And of course, as an environmentalist, there's much that you can learn from her. As I can tell you again, this is not the first and the last time you're having this, because each and every time we'll be having her on set and she'll be sharing knowledge. Nikwambia kila saa ukiniona kwa set na kitabu na kalamu bana, I am writing down wisdom. I might forget, so that I'm writing down to have a reference in future. And now the second last bit of it, having those challenges. And there's this major challenge, like there is a young person who's just entering the modeling industry and ana struggle kujua tu like event fulani itatokea wapi. I need to struggle, I need to make some good connection and know that hii itakuwa inafanyika wapi. There is that struggling form. Labda it did not happen in your capacity, but just a word to that young lady, young man mwenye ana struggle kujua events zitafanyika wapi. Huyu ako huko Nyeri, huko kwa Mnyoro huko. Huyu ako huko Shimalavandu huko Kakamega kwa mfano. Elewa. So ana struggle kujua like hizi events zinafanyika wapi. How did you, were you at some point there, and how did you walk out of the situation?
I think for me, where I was, I don't think I struggled that much. Yeah, considering, I don't know. But yeah, I don't think I struggled, personally, I struggled that much. Yeah, so let's take advantage. Social media imekuja kusaidia sana, and some of these things happen through social media. Because for me, I honestly didn't know these guys I was applying for. I used to like see their posts on Instagram, and most of these people are going to be on Instagram. So be on the lookout on Instagram, and they're actually the modeling industry has evolved, where we have like local pageants. You get, we have local pageants happening in those areas where people might call rural areas. Yeah, kuna zile zina happen. So when those events come, just go, enda to, you never know who you will meet there. Most of these people who are there are organizers of other events. You get, other larger events. You get, so the moment you go there, you exchange contacts. Probably you'll be added to a group. You'll get to know these fellow models. Also, pia interact na fellow models, because you never know who you're talking to. Yeah, unaweza pata pia mtu ni organizer pia ako among the organizing committee of a certain pageant. You get, probably interact na other event organizers. So through networking, you get to know people in the industry. You get to know when the next events are happening and whatnot. Yeah.
Step out of the comfort zone. I think the message, just go, like it doesn't matter, even if kama hata hana different wares, like you have to be on stage.
Yeah.
As a, yani unakuja in different forms, ndio, ama different careers. So hata kama nguo moja anaweza enda.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends, honestly. It's not, some of these things. Some people think that when you're going for a pageant, you have to win, but some people go for that. You go into some pageants just for the exposure you get, just for the people you're going to meet there. It doesn't mean, don't always go to a pageant or a competition wanting to win, because there is more. You can get actually more than what the winner is actually going to get. You get, so hata kama you are struggling, even if you feel like, if kama uko na roho, we enda, honestly, just jiambie we enda tu, for the connection and for, you never know which door is going to open. Honestly, you never know which door is going to open when you go out there. Watu wanakujanga wengi kwa event, so usijiambie juu hauna wares hautaenda. You get, enda na go with whatever you have. Yeah, it's going to be however you present yourself. It's not about whatever you're wearing, it's about you as a person. Ukienda kwa your stage, represent yourself the best you can. Inayo kidogo tu yenye uko nayo, weenda. Yeah.
Now to a stage where you've participated in different events. You've some you've won, some you've lost. You go home, you cry. Okay, personally, I'd like to hear from you. How do you feel? You've invested in these events, done the preparation, trained, gotten yourself in the right posture, and then you don't emerge as a winner in any category. Going home, like, haujashinda kitu. How do you normally feel?
It's hurting. It hurts. Yeah. And for me, it hurts, honestly. It hurts because people know you. You get? Okay, let me just use the example of Face of Africa. It happened in 2024. I didn't emerge a winner, not first runners up, nothing. So going home it was painful. It was really painful, honestly. And I was like, you know what? That is why I tell you, like, kama hauna ile nguvu, it really messes your mind a lot. Because now you see, when I was going for the Face of Africa, I was like, I was already crowned Trailblazer for Pohaxvuvu. So people knew me as the Trailblazer for Pohaxvuvu. So when I was going in there, I was like, najulikana, and there's nothing that hurts. Okay, to me there's nothing that hurts like more than umeenda kwa page and tumecompete na already uko na title alafu unatoka bila, you get.
Umeenda kuacha huko.
Exactly. So unaenda unajipata bila. So I had to like take a lot of time, personal time, healing, ni heal kwanza personally mimi mwenyewe before like I could now continue. Because now ukiendelea bila kama uja heal, inaweza, it can traumatize you honestly. Yeah, so it is difficult. I won't lie, it is easy, but it is difficult. For me, it was difficult. Yeah, but now having like that mentality, now you see how I was saying, ukienda kwa kila pageant, si kila pageant unaenda kushinda, you get. Now, if for me I was not going up or kushinda, I think it would have been different for me, because I feel like the pain would have been less. Yeah, but anyway, it happened and we move on. Yeah.
Now to this Miss Africa Nazarene. How was the event? When did it happen? And how competitive was it? Because it's not a small title.
Yeah.
People might think I just putting on this, but whatever you're watching from, this is not just a small title. You understand? You have to compete for it, and of course they are the best. But for you to be crowned, it takes extra effort. How has been the journey behind this Miss Africa Nazarene?
Miss Africa Nazarene was competitive.
Yes.
Let me just say that it was competitive because everyone is bringing in their A game. Everyone is as confident as you are, and even probably more confident as you are than you are. You get? So you have to like compete for it actively. You have throughout the trainings, you have to be on your A game. Okay, there's something for me competing in Miss Africa Nazarene. There's something I always told myself: whatever you're doing during training is what you're going to do on the runway. So every other training, it was not just a training. It was, for me, it was whatever you're doing right now is what you're going to do on the final day. So I was like, if I mess up, it was usually messing with my mind a lot. So I used to like, this is whatever I am doing right now is what I am going to do on the runway. So for me, it was, let me say, ilikuwa na pressure. Since I was also, at this time when I am competing for Miss Africa Nazarene, I am also known, you get. Some people, not everyone knows me, but some people wananijua, you get. Na kuna ile standards watu wameniekea, watu wananijua wameniekea. So I was like, so what happens if I don't win? You get. So I was like, I am putting everything on the line. I was like, okay, this is not a safe word. It is not something that I have. It was not safe for me. It was very on the line for me. Because I was like, okay, sasa naenda alafu. Nikose kushinda alafu. So the process was rigorous. The trainings, we had like trainings probably continuously for 2 weeks. From 5, sometimes they would run up to 9 p.m. So, and you had to show up. We all had to show up for the trainings. And the day of the event, it was interesting. It was interesting because it happened on the 29th of March this year. And at the school, at the campus, at the main campus in Rongai. And there were the entertainment was okay, but there's usually that pressure with models because most of the time we were behind stage, you're backstage, we're not seeing whatever guys are enjoying out there. So there was that tension, definitely, especially for me. The tension kicked in after my final walk, my dinner category. That is where all the tension came in. Like, I have done everything I could have. So I am there. I am tensed. I am crying.
Fighting with your inner.
Exactly. It was a struggle for me because everyone brought their A game. You get? everyone brought their A game, and you're there, you feeling like, jamani. Yeah, so I managed. The crowning was okay. And one thing I would like to share is always put God first. Always put God first. Always have a conversation with your God. Because for me, honestly, it was God. Because
How can you imagine? Could you have lost it the same way? The same way ile nje ulitumia kwenda hiyo event. Okay, how could it be out of the pressure, expectation from your people who know you and those who just want the best out of you? Could you have not gained this? Could you have said like it's enough?
okay, honestly, I don't want to say, I don't know how it's going to come out, but for me, I was like, whatever I'm saying, have a conversation with your God. For me, it was real. For me, it was real. Because you see, I am considering, in the first place, I was like, mi nikienda, I was like, I don't feel like I will compete for Miss Africa Nazarene. Like at first, that was the thing. I don't feel like I will compete for Africa Nazarene. I was like, let me just not compete for it. But as time went by, my friends convinced me to go for it, and eventually I convinced myself to go for it. So it was a conversation with God, because me, I didn't want embarrassment. Okay.
Sure.
I didn't want to feel like nimeenda kufanya nini, you get? Having like, I have like some prior experience on the runway. I was like, God, if this thing is not for me, let me not just step foot on that runway. I was like, God, tafadhali, if I am not the one who is going to go home with that crown, let me not just step on that runway. Because for me, it would have been easier if I would not step and not win than stepping on it and not winning. So having a conversation with God.
Mungu, tubu makosa ya wazazi wangu. Hata kama walikukosea. If they ever did something, I know it's the kind of prayer some of us have in our own homes, when you want to win a big moment.
Yeah.
But I think it impacts the person who might be watching this. And of course, in the same capacity, God is everywhere. And he answers prayers. If he answered for you, then I can say it is very much possible. And then on the other side, like to a stage now, you've grown, you've stepped on different stage. Then you've become a person now, not just a person who's there to compete, but now a person who can also hold others' hand and bring them on the big stage. And now you can teach them, mentor them, of course. When did that feeling of you can mentor somebody to become this person you're also still aiming to become? And of course, I
feel for me, it wasn't much of like a conviction that I can, but it is the opportunities that is presented to you. Like for me, I am also the trailblazer for Pohaxvuvu. So Pohaxvuvu is an event or a pageant that runs for 2 years. So I've been the reigning. I'm one of the faces for like from 2023 to currently. We are handing over in 2025. So Vuvu Africa calls me and tells me, you know what, we have a training on Sunday. Will you be available to come over? So I go there, I train them kidogo. It's just the opportunities that avail themselves to train. Is not, for me, I feel like bado sijafika pale, but yes, there's something I can inspire to other models, to others who are aiming to be at where I am. I feel like
have you taken this challenge for long? Like you can help them. When did you start? Ama umeanza kitambo, or you've just thought like it's the best next stage for you again?
I feel I started training after 2023, after I became Trailblazer. now 2024, let's say. So in 2024, there are a few people I have trained, coached, given advice here and there. Yeah, so
How has been the challenge? Because Pia, I know you also don't get it right to some of the trainers, what they offer to you, and you have to do it back to gain it.
yeah.
Do you have that patience to tolerate some of them here and there's of the new learners in class? And how has been the experience all through?
Yeah, I feel I have the patience. Plus it's not something that is pressurized on me to like train the models, but as time goes by, I feel you get the experience and the patience. Again, you pray for the patience.
They teach you how to be patient.
Yeah, you just have to be patient, because I feel like if it's not like a one time thing, or it's not an audition or something, you don't have to put pressure on someone. Okay, personally, I feel like if you put pressure on me, I will definitely not perform as best as I could. So I try as much as I can not to put pressure on others, because probably it's not that they don't know how to do it, it's just that they want to feel comfortable doing it. So I want to be less pressurizing.
It's a good challenge that binafsi pia I feel like the best way, because if you've stayed in the industry for quite some time, it's also good to hold the hands of the upcoming. So congratulations for that, and I
Thank
think
you.
we wish you the best as Mofo TV. And now maybe the last bit of it, what are the privileges that come with having this the crown, of course, and what are some of the privileges, or why do you compete, unajua like maybe somebody can just compete, like, I saw Njoki, she looks good, she has the crown and everything, I want to become like her. But what are some of the privileges? Are people paid?
Yeah, people are paid. So
There's money, yeah?
yeah. So for Africa Nazarene, once you become Mr. or Miss Africa Nazarene University, you are one of the, what are they called? Department heads. Okay, not department heads, but you are in the student governing council in the cultural department. So currently I am a cultural director alongside Mr. Africa Nazarene University. So we deal with matters culture and whatnot. And we are paid monthly. There's also once during like there's also prize money during the event, so you're paid a certain amount of money during the event. So yeah, there's that. And honestly, you get to be known, and what comes with being known is influence. You have the influence to influence certain things, and you can choose how you're going to use your influence. Are you going to just sleep on it, or are you just going to influence it on things that really matter? Because pia kuna ile influence that on things that don't, I wouldn't say matter, but there are things that are not making an impact to like other people's life. I believe in a position of influence, you're supposed to make an impact on people's life. So yeah.
So mtazamaji, jinsi ambavyo ulisikia, kuna pesa. There is money, and of course the most important part is the privileges that come with it is there is an influence. You gain an influence, and you choose to use it positive or negative, as you say. So I think it's a good vision, because to that upcoming person who wants to do modeling, of course, become an influencer, there's this potential, there's an exposure that if you use it well, itakuweka mjini. If you use it bad, pia itakurudisha kijijini. And I think that is the most interesting part of it. So I don't know if there's question from the other side, director. I think you can tell us, and of course if there are no, I think we'll have it maybe the message you felt like it's right to portray to our viewers, of course, or just your parting shot as we finalize this. Looking at that camera.
So kwa watazamaji wapendwa,
Wapenzi watazamaji.
wapenzi wapenzi watazamaji. So what I would like to leave you with,
Yes. Upige kopo la maji kwanza.
jamani.
Yeah. Now talk to them. Maybe a young person who wants to do the same career. She's looking at the right people to have her hand being the way forward to go. Just talk to them, I think, as we finalize this.
So if you are out there, you're an aspiring model, you're an upcoming model, honestly, don't let people who have experience like demean you. Like, feel demotivated because you don't have experience. There's always a learning step in everything, and there's always a beginning to everything. So be willing to learn, be coachable, and be humble enough. Honestly, the industry might humble you vibaya sana, so be humble enough. Even as you go out there, as you're confident, always be confident in whatever you're doing, honestly, because confidence might give you an opportunity that skill will not. So be confident in whatever you're doing. Reach out to people. If you feel like a certain person can help you, reach out, and honestly evaluate, is whatever is your conversation adding up, adding value. And yeah, people are willing to help. Actually, just reach out to them. If you feel like this is someone that can help you get to where you want to be, reach out to them. Always have a picture in mind of where you want to be. So I feel that is what I have to say to you guys. Yeah, there's always a beginning to everything. So thank you guys for watching, and I love you all. Yeah.
I tell them just to subscribe.
Subscribe, guys.
Watuweke mjini bana.
Like, share, subscribe, comment pia.
Very important. I think until there, we can have a pause. I told you it is not the first and the last discussion we're going to have about this, because we all need coaches, people will teach us, people will enlighten us about the trends in the industry. And of course, having this evening talks to having had a discussion with Miss Africa Nazarene by the name of Michelle Njoroge is a blessing, because we have not known just who she is, but we have also known the different trends in the industry and the trends that are going to help us. And of course, how she doubles up in different capes. Yeah, Miss Africa Nazarene, of course, and as an environmentalist, a podcast, of course, and right now a teacher, right? A coach. Is a blessing this evening. Sijui basi, but I will be linking up again with her for another episode, of course, containing the same, because we've not touched or gone deeper in matters environment. But in the next episode, I believe that we'll be in the right position to talk much about environment, because it is not just a government work. It also entails us. So we are going to talk much about it, because it is her career of operation. From me, Vincent Okinda, don't switch the dial, because we're coming again with the one and only Ryan Mwaura, aka Madola, who is going to enlighten us about the industry of entertainment this evening, as we call it here at SG Restaurant at to Rivers Mall. So usiondoke bana, weketi hapo, share the link, karibisha wenzako. But this evening, allow us have a coma there with Michelle Njoroge. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and of course, welcome your friend to subscribe to Mofo TV, because Mofo TV is your passport to adventure. I'm Vincent Okinda. Just in a count of 15 minutes, we are coming back again.